Would you eat that cookie?
No.
I'd probably get it preserved in resin or something, but yeah, I don't think I'd trust where this little fucker's hands have been either.
He also has his mouth on it.
That's cute, though.
It's cute.
It's like you're getting a kiss from a squirrel.
It's cute, but we're not covering it.
He probably dug his fingers in his ass and then, like, coated them all over that cookie thinking it would be funny. Hello, we're back again. I can't believe it either.
We somehow have another AI topic to cover.
Nah, you're jumping too into the weeds here. I just want to say that this has been a great couple weeks for, like, the rest of the world. Really makes me hopeful for the future, you know, man?
What? Why?
Like the past couple of weeks.
Nothing catastrophic has happened.
I don't know. Things are kind of falling apart everywhere.
Not any more than they have been.
This is kind of the bread and circuses, I think, for when the rich people all run into their bunkers and everyone starts eating each other. It's gonna look pretty metal. I at least hope that it looks something like Mad Max.
Probably won't.
One of those things that that's going to be ending the world is some more AI garbage that we get to cover at the beginning. Yay! People do like us covering the AI, but, like, I do want it to start being stuff other than Shad a little bit here and there. And, there was, like, a lot of garbage just this week, though. Like, this is one of the smaller ones. This is 6 whole minutes of an AI film. We're not gonna watch this whole thing. Or if we do, we're at least gonna, like, talk over it, because it's not like we're gonna be missing anything here.
An AI film somehow sounds like what do you call that? Like a
That just sounds like modern
phrase.
Disney writing, but, like, more boring.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't think we're far off from getting full AI films, but they're gonna suck.
Nah, man. This is a good teaser.
The next Avengers film is gonna be AI.
Hold on. Yet another thing I forget to do at the start of every episode.
Excellent.
Yes, excellent. I, like, added a bunch of these... Remembered that a bunch of these AI stories happened and, like, ended up with a third of these tabs being AI craps, just because of, like, how crazy this week has been. But yes, like I was saying, I do want to cover more of this AI crap other than Shad, like, without it being related to Shad, because there's just not a whole lot of meat left on that bone until he puts out another 40-minute video.
It's going to be the same 40-minute video he's already released.
He doesn't
have any more ammunition.
We did not see any more points being made in the, like, previous 2 segments we covered of that guy. Which is fine, he's still funny to make fun of, but, like, there's more to say about this stuff than just it being involved with Shadiversity, so we're gonna... I want to start covering this and, like, artist drama on Twitter more, because I'm starting to dip my toe in that a little bit, and it's always something that's either very embarrassing, or I see, like, everyone against someone for the most innocuous crap, because internet artists are all kind of just psychos, and it's a little entertaining, so I don't see anyone else covering that either. I think that could be a fun little topic to get into, but pretty much all the art drama this week has been this crap, which we will soon get into.
Also, if you guys know of anyone that could use a good laying into, say it in the comments, and we'll look into it maybe if you're a good boy.
Nah, I saw at least one girl. She called me out for my use of a certain word. We won't get into that, though.
Oh.
The whole world tore into me for that already. I can't take any more.
Good. You shouldn't do that.
Why not, man? It's funny.
Was I the girl?
Yes.
Okay, thought so.
I picture you being a girl.
We're
just gonna hang on to that sentence.
Okay.
But no, most artist drama is legitimately, like, psychos versus psychos, but they've also got, like, the mental fortitude of, like, wet toilet paper. So it's funny as an outsider looking in on that, and I think that could be an interesting way to at least start these videos, is just making fun of, like, art, annoying artists on the internet. But we'll get around to that when we get to it. So without further ado, we will now bear witness to the greatest film that I think our species is ever gonna make.
Oh, cool. It already looks awful.
Jesus. Hold on. He added a bunch of, like... These are just a bunch of random stock sound effects. I doubt there's any, like, actual... What would I call this? There's any actual purpose behind any of the sounds we're hearing right now.
Probably not. That doesn't...
The Lost Father, that even the title sounds AI generated.
It was playing like a what do you call that?
I like how everything...
It was playing that siren, but by the looks of that town, it was not...
I like how the fruit all looked like a bunch of ants were crawling all over it.
Yeah, everything looks like it's made out of ants in this. But the siren blaring, it didn't look like the era in which sirens would exist.
It looks like microscopic colony creatures forming the rough shapes of what they think humans look like.
Yeah.
It actually kind of is what this is.
All these images look like they're made out of germs. Ew.
Why are these two eyeballs here? What was that?
The tree monster was in the background.
Yeah, but there was just like ethereal eyes floating right there. These are just a bunch of... This is just a slideshow. Nothing's moving right now.
Yeah, this isn't what we call a movie.
I'm impressed it's even keeping the tree monster consistent, to be honest.
I think it's just the same picture over and over again. Note how the tree monster is never in a different position. Never a different angle or anything.
Why is this kid a tree monster now?
I think that was the old man, but as a little kid.
This is literally just over the garden wall, you guys.
No, it isn't. That thing's a monster, right?
Has the dialogue been anything like... Ew, his pupil looks like he's got some sort of, like, blood injury in it.
That's not supposed to be the same tree monster, I assume.
It's basically this... My God. Maybe its form shifts ever so slightly between images. And it's purposeful.
Oh, the boy was his son? I guess.
You have some food in your mouth.
Is that you in there? Are you in pain? I am strong. I'm sorry. The truth is this thing that's wreaking havoc on your body.
Are there responses, like, actually, like, feeding into one? I like how his lip becomes his nose here.
Yeah.
Jesus. That storm outside is, beating something's ass.
I think it's a table.
Yeah, you're right, it definitely was.
This is boring.
This is very boring. I can't believe this lacks soul and personality.
Wow.
Why has he got a baby's head? He looks like he's like 12 there.
That was a little kid. That's why.
Yeah, but he had like a literal like infant's head. Like he was just born and his skull hasn't fused together properly yet.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, this is so boring. This... Is he the kid or the dad?
He's the dad.
So he has this, like, magical tree monster, and the best he could do with that is, like... What was that?
No, the little kid turned into the tree monster for some reason.
There's no way that's what's happening.
That's what's happening.
I think you're very much wrong about that.
I'm not.
Okay, yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe the shot isn't nonsense.
I am right. I'm always right.
My fear is that fatherhood is what holds the curse. But son, I'm unforgivable.
Ew, what's his face doing? It looks like there's a bunch of worms moving under it.
I think that was supposed to be him talking.
Could be today. It's almost laughable of me to say now, but what might it be like if we spent
That
time
looks like...
together? Even just had
Who's the
dinner
actor
now
I
and
was
then.
thinking of?
I'm in my
That looks like
dad's
Timothy
years. I
Chalamet.
am no father. I don't ever deserve to be
Sure.
called that. But I do love you.
Why did he become a tree?
I don't
love
know.
you. And I can be an old man who gives you his time and his love to remind you of what a father
Weird
can
how
do.
he's walking on water there.
Can you come home
Did you see the ice skates were all like a bunch of different shapes there?
No.
just for a moment? That I have been
One of them looked like a boomerang.
time to remind you
Hey,
of what a
don't
father
yawn,
can
that's
do.
rude.
Boring.
Look at this.
Ew.
These ones are all the same.
Because those ones are touching the ground.
Look how huge his shoe is right here. Both his legs are fusing into one shoe.
You know
So
what
is
they
this
say.
kid's.
You know what they say about big shoes.
You know what they say about 6 fingers? 6 fingers. That finger right there is giant. He has 8 fingers right here. He looks like Stan Marsh.
He also has no eye.
Stan Marsh?
I don't know who Stan Marsh is.
That's from South Park, you simpleton.
Oh.
See, what else is there?
This kid's foot is way bigger than, like, the deformed skate foot.
Ah, yeah, you're right. Proportionally, that... Dude, look how short his leg is here. His...
Didn't have... That guy got, like, the worst skates. He had one adult skate and another one that, like, somehow made it past the factory floor.
See, this telephone pole makes no sense. The windows are all completely random on these houses.
You come home, my boy, and pretend with me, just for a moment, that I have been your father, and you are my son,
There...
and everything is right.
His mouth isn't moving at all. Did he just kill him?
I don't know what that was supposed to be. See, that's the problem with having basically just a drifting slideshow.
Written and directed by the real robot. What did he write? What did he do there at all? Made with Runway, Midjourney, 11 Labs, Magnificent, and EverArt. Not a single thing that required him to actually touch the screen.
This is a really bad example of what AI can do.
Yeah, the latest Marvel movies show us what AI is capable of, guys. We don't need this garbage. We have the AAA garbage that's already out there. I am unironically highly suspect that these movie companies are already using AI in, like, either script writing or, like, some of their CG effects.
From what I've heard, basically what they do is they take, like, a bunch of different writers that come up with, like, a bunch of ideas, like, really quickly. And then rather than, like, taking any one of them and having them write out a specific script, they just have, they take all the different ideas that the writers had and just throw them into one crap script. So a lot of the plot points don't match at all, and it's just kind of nonsense.
Yeah, different artists will, like, work on different sections, like, oftentimes at the same exact time.
Yeah, like, they'll get, like, a plot synopsis, and then they'll be like, what would happen in this movie? And then they'll just be like, well, it'd be cool if this happened, and then they'll just be like, it would be, so we're going to add that to the movie regardless of context.
I mean...
And then they'll add in their weird, like, they'll have those weird patterns that you always see in movies. Like, every movie will have, like, a certain thing happen. Like, Girl Bosses were one that happened a little while ago.
That's just hack writing. That's not...
Well, that was just one of the things that happened. They have other things that happen. Like, turning redheaded characters into black people.
Turning red? Go on.
They'll add, like, they'll have, like, redheads turn black for some reason, like, consistently. It'll be, like, one of those
That's the
things.
safe one to, like, race swap.
It's weird though. Like they'll
It is very odd.
They'll
isn't
throw in those things, like those weird like patterns, and then just slop together whatever movie plot they can. No jokes, no nothing.
We've gone a bit far afield of the AI films here,
Because
but
you brought up fucking Avengers using AI. They're not. They use people.
not
They just do it
Avengers,
shittily.
Marvel movies. AI wasn't good enough when Avengers was still out.
Marvel Avengers, same shit.
I did want to make a point while you were saying that about, like, I think these films are, like, these modern films are, like, definitely inflating a bunch of their budgets while not, while utilizing this sort of technology. Like, they're not having to pay for actual people to work on these films, and that's going to become more and more obvious as this goes. Like, they're probably having AI do, like, a bunch of the back work that they think people won't notice. Or,
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, they're already doing that. Like, that, what is it, Luke Cage show had an AI intro.
Did it?
Yes,
Ew.
Here, pull that up real quick. I actually want to see that now. Frickin' thing. I don't know why it does that. The man who cooks his diapers. I'm already interested.
It's spelled with a K, isn't it?
Luke. The name Luke? Yes.
Trailer or intro? Okay,
Intro.
I have an uncle named Luke. You'd think I'd know that.
Oh wait, Luke Cage. I'm stupid. I was thinking of not the Samuel Jackson new one. Luke Cage is like fucking 10 years old almost. Oh yeah, it looks like we can.
I don't watch.
I don't watch this
TV,
garbage either.
So I don't know Samuel Jackson. Are you talking about his character in Marvel?
Yeah, what's that guy's name again?
Nick Fury.
Yeah, that Nick Fury show. I'd say, why'd I think Luke Cage? But, you know.
Okay, man. You already said the word. You're
Nick
on thin
Fury.
ice, man.
I don't know what word you're referring to.
Okay.
This is just the song, whatever. Is the theme... Great, the theme's not on here. Disney's gonna be a pain in the ass about this, I guess.
Give me the cursor. Nick Fury.
AI. Yeah, there we go.
Ew.
Yeah, it's funny. They're doing this garbage, and then... why is it a short?
I'm just gonna back out of this. I don't want to hear that guy talking.
Neither do I.
Original versus without AI. I don't. Just show me the AI one.
I think this is it.
Come on, open
What?
it.
What is wrong with it? It is not opening for some reason.
Open. Open. There we go.
Finally. You can see it everywhere!
This is disgusting.
No, man, it's like a trippy visual showing how your mind works.
Trippy how people watch this.
That is actually very... Oh my god, it's so obvious.
I don't even know what that's supposed to be.
What? They did this way too early, dude. Because I remember this show came out, like, around the time that the AI was announced that was capable of this.
Too bad it's literally awful. They have two Big Bens. Makes sense.
Look at the clock just moving all over the place.
Yeah, it looks like it's trying to fall
Conan,
off.
get out of here, I will pile drive you.
That guy's hand looks like it's made out of galaxies.
Ew.
It looks like it's supposed to be like, ooh, look, it's in the style of Picasso, but it's not. It's just in the style
Hold
of
on,
shit.
I just realized something.
What?
Oh, Disney does not ding us for that music there.
Yeah.
I'm also gonna have to probably,
Good
like,
luck
do
with that.
some Windows Movie Maker magic so that they don't bend us over the sink for this. Oh my god, it is so obvious! Did you see how the White House kept changing to, like, different eras there?
No. I was looking at the clouds.
Ants
Whatever that
crawling
is.
all over everything.
Whatever that fucking thing is. Oh, it's an eyeball now. It's cool because it was a transition, except it's not cool because it, looks like shit.
I find it funny how they're somehow able to put this out and then be like, oh yeah, we spent $100 million an episode on Secret Invasion. For it to, they say some, God,
They're probably just putting all that money right in their pocket.
undoubtedly, because this is actually funny that this came up because that Godzilla -1 movie, there were original reports that movie had a $15 million budget, and then the director came out and was like, what? I wish we had a $15 million budget. So that implies that he did that movie he did like almost all the special effects for that movie, like, himself, by the way. He was the head.
I haven't seen -1 yet. I've heard, like, nothing but good stuff so far.
It is, like, almost a 10 out of 10 movie to me. Especially considering it's a Godzilla movie.
Yeah, that's gonna give you bonus points regardless.
No, for me, it's like, wow, I expected the human characters to just be, like, the stuff you push aside on the plate. But
I thought you said Cuban characters.
The Cuban characters.
What?
Oh,
Human
Godzilla! That was so Mexican. I'm gonna abandon any attempt on that.
The human characters, yeah. For whatever reason, in every Godzilla movie, the human characters are literally the worst written characters I've ever seen.
Man. But, yeah, that whole movie is good, but the special effects look way better than anything Marvel has put out in years now, and it was made for less money, which almost confirms to me, like, oh yeah, these guys are just skimming, like, all this off the top.
Definitely.
This money is not actually going to, like, the people who make it, and that's going to be even progressively less as they start relying on AI more and more. Like, that whole intro was just made from AI. They used to have whole studios that made intros for shows.
Yeah,
and it looks like that's just going away in this case.
I knew that was bogus from the start. Like,
yeah, I had a feeling, but I figured they just weren't spending their money. But, like, that confirms, like, when you see, like, oh, this movie has a $500 billion budget, you can safely say, like, oh yeah, they're taking, like, $495 billion of that dollars.
Yeah, there's no. Yeah, they're totally screwing everyone involved.
Man, that first story took us a minute there, but we did cover a lot, so that's good.
Yeah, we have way more topics, as you can see.
Yes.
Better ones, too.
We might have to do this episode in chunks, but all these topics are pretty fire, and we're still on the AI art section. This is... Hold on. This is not long, so we'll just watch this video real quick.
This is an AI art book?
Yes. Comic Guide ebook series for only $30 each. So in a 4-book series.
They just generated a bunch of AI images and then put them in a book and asked you to buy them?
This is a special topic for me because I literally got in an argument with one of Shad's fans because Shad basically said, like, oh yes, I'd love to make an AI art book, you guys. Because someone floated the idea to him and he said he'd love to do that. And I was like, I responded to Shad, like, why would anyone purchase an AI art from you? And one of his fans goes, the same reason you'd purchase photography? That old fucking chestnut.
Wrong.
Someone had to go out and take the... I'm not getting into the photography bullshit again. But, yeah, I wanted to discuss this just to bring up the fact that Shad is probably coming out with one of these.
That would be like... paying someone $40 for a video game save file.
People do that.
Like a big one. No, I'm talking about like a
not one that's been like farmed.
No, like one where it's just like, yeah, I unlocked all the secrets in this game, and it's like Darksiders 2 or something. It's like you looked up a guide. Like Darksiders 1, where it's like
a
easy.
Pretty straightforward game.
Yeah, it's like you just because all that is certain prompts. Like, what you'd be paying for is...
You paid for some idiot typing a sentence or like a paragraph of bullshit into a prompt.
Yeah, that you could just figure out those prompts for yourself, or just, spend that $40 getting the AI service. I don't know what you'd call that, but getting the AI program.
You probably have to pay like thousands of dollars to get all the AI programs that they use on these pictures.
I doubt it. I doubt it's that much.
Free. No, like if we just saw in the last one, that guy used like 5 different AI art programs to make that AI movie slideshow garbage.
Yeah, and it's trash, but like if you're generating still images and you have Photoshop, you can touch them up like Shad does.
I'm pretty sure you just need the extra program to like, oh, this program makes the mouths move. Look how good it does.
And it doesn't do good at all. If there's still images like this, all you really need to do is work out the errors.
If Shad makes one of these, I am going to buy it so that we can roast it on the show. We might actually appear on camera to do that.
I will unironically think less of you if you buy that.
I will try to get it illegally, don't worry.
Okay.
There's no way no one's gonna, like, scan that and put it out for free. But, yes, Shad, you should make that book. Please do that. See, oh, yes, this is another good one.
Magic the Gathering.
Yes, Magic the Gathering was in some poopy water because they also were found out to have been using AI in this specific promotional image here. Here's what they tweeted originally. It's positively shocking how good these lands look in retro frame. Hashtag Magic the Gathering Ravnica. Oops.
Whoa, man. We already had to talk about this.
You sat me down, you spanked me, and then afterwards you had to talk with me about this.
Yeah,
the spanking was unrelated.
Yeah, I gotta get the good stuff out of the way first.
We understand the confusion. Here's where people started calling them out for the AI. We understand confusion by fans given the style being different than card art, but we stand by our previous statement. This card was created by humans and not AI. And here's the full image blown up.
The card or the background?
These are real cards that I'm pretty sure they just took PNGs for. But the background is what people were calling out using AI, which...
Okay, yeah.
Look at this.
Or look at the lights, the filaments.
Yeah, so filaments and the lights are complete nonsense. This valve just, like, changes directions spontaneously.
That's a wire, not a valve.
This, it's probably an insulated wire. Whatever. I don't know why I said valve either. This machinery is nonsense.
This weird can thing down here looks like it was run over by, like, a semi.
It's his weed grinder, man.
It does.
He needs it to calm himself down.
It does look like a weed grinder.
I like how this book in the background... It kind of does. This book in the background is, like, flinging off like Dr. Seuss.
Is that a book? I thought those were, like, glass bottles.
Oh, yeah, these might be glass bottles. You're right. I'm just seeing all this now.
Whatever it is, it's hard to tell.
This is almost definitely an AI picture that they just, like... That whoever posted this just touched up.
I think the worst part of the upsetting part about this is that Magic the Gathering can definitely afford to have somebody make a background.
No, Magic the Gathering is like vaunted as being one of the most artist-friendly companies out there. They employ like hundreds of artists and are constantly commissioning new artists, new up-and-coming artists who have proven themselves to make like this card art is like always made by different artists. They basically will just ask you, draw this, and if you present something impressive enough, they'll use that as their card art.
Yeah,
So this is pretty much a company that was built by artists, really.
Yeah, there's no reason that they should be using AI backgrounds. That's pretty fucked up.
See, there is... In fairness to them, I could have sworn I pulled it up, but I cannot find it. Where...
There's a Magic the Gathering thing. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes, this is what I... Well, we made a mistake earlier when we said that a marketing image we posted was not created using AI. Read on for more. We'll read the rest of them. But, yeah, I will say...
They said that it's not AI generated?
They originally said here that it's not AI generated. And now they're admitting here that it was...
there. Created by humans and not AI.
And this is... After people scrutinized the image further, they came out with this. And what I think happened here, earnestly, was they just had, like, one of their marketing guys who does that sort of art just hand them some AI thing, and the higher-ups didn't look further into it, and just like, put that out there, like, not realizing that it was AI art. I don't really think that they're fully to blame here. It should be said, like, you should very much be, like, looking that over at least.
Also, why did they have, like, AI available to them anyways? Like, I get they're a big company, but, like, why was that a mistake that was possible?
I mean, there's nothing stopping, like, any of the people they hire from downloading their own AI art programs.
That's true, but, like, I don't know. If you have access to that many artists, I feel like it would be harder to go out of your way to do it wrong than it would be to do it right.
It's... On one hand,
that's not to say
I think it's lame. I very much think this is more on whoever they hired than it is on them. They should really just be chastised for not, like, looking over their own marketing material more carefully.
Yeah, I'm not saying that they did this on purpose or anything like that. I'm just saying, like...
I'm pretty sure that's what they said happened in this, but I haven't read all this yet.
Yeah, well, I'm hoping that it's just that, they goofed.
I think that's what it is, without having read this yet, but we'll get into that very soon. But yeah, people were pretty pissed off about this, if you can imagine.
Yeah.
See...
I can understand that perfectly.
Artists especially will get to one of their biggest artists quitting after this, which I'm honestly thinking was kind of jumping the gun, but we'll see after we read this. As you, our diligent community, pointed out, it looks like some AI components that are now popping up in industry standard tools like Photoshop crept into our marketing creative, even if a human did the work to create the overall image. That is something to point out, is that a lot of art programs are just utilizing AI technologies into them, which, to be honest, I kind of want, because I do think, like, the busy work should be taken out of art in some way, but there has to be some sort of, intent behind the... Like, if someone wants to, like, put scales on something and they've already done one row of it and they have an AI fill out the rest, I think that is another example of using AI in a more ethical way that we were discussing during some of the Shad segments.
Yeah, I think that'd be fair.
But a lot of these, Photoshop in particular have been rolling out AI components without really giving a heads up on that. So people have been unknowingly utilizing AI in their art.
Yeah, I think that'd be fair. Because, I'm not really an artist, but I drew a lot in, high school. I did the regular thing of just doodling in a notebook. But,
bunch of cocks and, decapitations.
No.
And decapitated cocks.
Ew.
That is gross.
I did, but I never really put any backgrounds on any of the things I did because I cannot stand doing background work.
I totally agree.
Yeah, I find it incredibly boring. So, using AI to do stuff like that, where the whole point, the main thing you were doing was something in the foreground, and you just wanted it to have a background and not have to, pay someone to throw it on there for you. If it's just a personal thing, or if it's just supposed to be hey, I drew Omni-Man.
Look, I drew thick Omni-Man, guys.
Yeah, and you didn't want to draw a broken city in the background, but you also weren't going to have it be a part of some big marketing thing or something like that.
Being smashed by his butt cheeks.
I'd say that's fair, but if you're doing it to post and make money and stuff like that, I think you should probably use people.
To be honest, just marketing material. I don't really blame anyone for utilizing AI as long as it's obvious, as long as it's made clear that it's been touched up or utilized with AI, because it's marketing material. It's not a piece of art that's intended for people to like look at and appreciate.
Yeah, and
Some marketing material can be that, like Pepsi Man. No other thoughts come to mind on that, but there's that.
I guess I should clarify. Like, if you were like a solo artist and you just did foreground stuff and you did, or for example, you just did foreground stuff and you had AI fill in some background stuff, and you wanted to like make money off of like one of your drawings, despite it doing a lot of the work for the background or something like that, I'd say that's fair. But like if you're like a multi-million, like if you're making a movie or something crazy like that, then you should be using like people. You shouldn't be like if you've got like a big budget on whatever you're doing, you should be using people, not AI.
Let's see. All right, continuing what they said here. While the art came from a vendor, it's on us to make sure that we are living up to our promise to support the amazing human ingenuity that makes magic great, whatever company schlock. We already made clear that we require artists, writers, and creative contributing to the Magic the Gathering to refrain from using AI-generative tools to create final Magic products. Now we're evaluating how we work with vendors on creative beyond our products. How we work with creators, with vendors. Wow, I am stroking out right now. I am so sorry.
How we're evaluating.
How we work with vendors on creative beyond our products. Okay, I think that's just messed up. Like these marketing images to make sure that we are living up to these values. Yeah, so it is pretty much what I figured. Some guy gave them AI art and they didn't double check it. And this is an example of... I pretty much suspected that's what happened the moment I saw that image, because, like, fairness to them, if you just gloss over that, you're probably not going to catch all the AI, especially since you have, like, a bunch of artists on your team. You're probably not going to suspect, like, oh yeah, one of these guys just used AI anyway.
Yeah, I don't imagine that that's something that's, like, in the forefront of their mind. It's something they should definitely be, like, more
now they
careful
have to be
about.
more wary of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I figured from the outset that this was probably an example of someone using AI and not telling them. But the rest of the art community didn't really pay them that luxury, because they overreacted and basically started boycotting them immediately. Yeah. Which
everyone's really on edge with this sort of thing.
I can't imagine why artists would be. But yeah, they jumped the gun, kind of, as evidenced by one of their biggest artists, Dave Raposa. Here is some of his art here, including this office hyperrealism here.
Is that not real?
What? That is not his art, no.
Okay.
But this is the stuff he draws. Whoa. Who's this guy? Buff Elephant Mario, I guess, for some reason.
Hot.
Some Chainsaw Man. A bunch of AI art programs use this dude's art.
Yeah,
I can kind of see some of the elements of his art that the AI rips off.
Yeah, I was kind of picking up on that. Also, I like how short that Batman's head is.
Yeah, I was, that is very weird looking. That's a pretty cool looking guts, though. I don't know why, I just gravitated right to that.
Yeah, I have no clue.
See... Yeah, it's pretty much, he is one of, like, the biggest artists in,
Steven Seagal!
Yeah! He is one of the bigger artists in the art world. So... This thing's cool right here, whatever this is.
King Shark.
King Shark is a shark. But this guy, like, pretty much within the hour of that Magic controversy, came out with this. And just like that, poof, I'm done working for Wizards of the Coast. You can't say you stand against this, then blatantly use AI to promote your products. Email sent, goodbye you all.
Was this before they came out with that apology? Or
yes.
After? Okay.
If you're gonna stand for something, you better make sure you're actually paying attention. Don't be lazy, don't lie. Also, to be clear, I'm quitting because they took a moral stand against AI art like a week ago, then did this. And if they said they were going to use AI, that's a different story. But they want to grandstand like heroes and also pull pull this. That's goofball shit I won't support.
Man, he went on a tear here.
Yeah, I think he maybe kind of jumped the gun a bit. He might be emailing them quietly in the background at this point, like, hey, guys, I kind of, didn't really think that out. Think I can have that back? Don't be hard on other artists if they don't quit. I can and can afford to because I work for many other game studios and whatnot. Some people only have Wizards of the Coast and cannot afford to quit having families and others to take care of. Don't follow my lead if you can't. No pressure. I'm feeling the pressure.
I mean, like, there might be other stuff going on in the background that we don't know about, though.
Like, all his tweets now are about how, like, he's finally get to work on his comic book, so, I don't know, maybe he was planning on doing this and decided to grandstand a little while he was at it.
I mean, maybe it'd be a good use for it. Like, smack AI with his last breath.
With his logic chokehold.
Yeah.
I like the comments asking why I didn't quit from Pinkerton's layoffs, etc. I'll leave you with these people's favorite quote. The best time to plant a tree was 25 years ago. The second best time to plant a tree... What? The best time to plant a tree was 25 years ago. The second best time to plant a tree is 25 years ago. I don't get that at all.
I don't either, but I think he might be saying, like, it's like you can't see the results of something until it's in the future, or until you're, because like if you plant a tree now, you're not going to have a tree. You're going to have to wait 25 years for it to be a tree. So the best time to have had planted a tree would be 25 years ago, so you can now have a tree.
Hold on, what is, like, that doesn't respond to people's point there. Like, people were saying, like, hey, they were, like, laying people off and, like, union busting, and you didn't quit during that, so why are you quitting now when you think you're getting affected? Well, you see, yesterday is a history, tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift, that's why they call it the present, you stupid fuck.
Nice.
Did you fucking watch Kung Fu Panda, you idiot? I don't know if he sounds like this at all. But, yeah, that is a bit weird that you didn't quit during those things. And the gobbledygook response hardly addresses that. He said something else, but I'm uninterested now. See, this is like I think this guy right here on the left is Dave Raposa, and this dude right here is another artist who runs this big, like, art live stream account or something. Here, this is him talking about no longer working with Wizards of the Coast. Which this came out 3 days after he posted those tweets, which, when did Magic post this? Okay, so this live stream is 2 days after Wizards of the Coast came out with their thing, which they came out the day after he posted his public resignation letter. I wonder if he's having any regrets at this point. Let's see.
Nah, doubt it.
And then all the art.
No, you guys.
With this sort of thing, they may not care about art in that way. They're just putting things out there. Social media person, like, I would never blame the whole thing. But if you're going to take that hard approach, saying that you put artists first, and there should be somebody vetting these things before they go out, so that you stick to your guns. That's, and then all the artists were just so disappointed by it. So I just basically told them, and I don't have the tweet in front of me.
We can put it up on screen. They can
Sure.
Okay, so this was the deleted tweet under what he posted.
We understand confusion.
Yeah, we already read this.
Okay.
Yeah, I can see why they deleted that. They learned it was wrong.
I essentially said, like, and just like that, like, poof, I quit. Because I don't like the, wanting to be seen as this great, empathetic company. I don't like that anyway. Like, whenever these places that are obviously driven by this need to
I should probably just make this bigger.
make more and more money. It's like to make believe that this is the approach you're going to take. It's like, I just don't buy it. Whenever any big company does that, I'm like, no, eventually you will use this. It's like as soon as everybody's numb to it, as soon as this becomes the norm across the board, which unfortunately you see it more and more, it's like, I doubt that they will be able to resist this forever. So I quit, and I still quit, even though, I'm sure you'll talk about what's happened since then. But
Oh, good thing he's a artist and not a public speaker, huh? That was pretty much nothing that we didn't learn from reading his tweets already. He basically said, like, if you're gonna have these public statements about not liking AI, you should not use AI. Which they didn't do it on purpose, so...
I think it's a good idea maybe not for this specific instance, but I think it'll be good going forward, having a heavy consequence for these big companies, because you said he's like a big artist for them. Yeah. So having a heavy consequence for not upholding your word to a big company is a good change of pace. So I'd say it's a good idea. It might not have been warranted in this case, but I don't really think it matters when it comes to the grand battle.
Yeah, I'm being a bit uncharitable to him for the sake of humor, you see. But
the meme.
It's a meme, guys. God. But I can kind of see the utility in holding these guys' feet to the fire to be more careful about this. Although I think they could have gotten off with a warning. Not that I'm really crying that hard for Wizards of the Coast, since it sounds like they're union busters. From what was being pointed out. Where did they say that? See, the Pinkertons layoffs. Yeah, it sounds like they're laying people off and they're, yeah, it sounds like Wizards of the Coast sucks anyway, but I would say, just threatening to quit would have sufficed. Sounds like he might have, I don't know. He might need a Wizards of the Coast job again at some point.
No, I think he made the right move.
He'll probably be fine in the long run. It sounds like they still have plenty of artists working for them anyway.
Yeah. I think it was a good statement to make.
Don't do this.
Yeah.
That is a good point. And think we're done with the AI drama? No, we're not.
Damn it.
I know, right? Jesus Christ, this week has been busy. So these are advertisements as well, Jesus Christ, used by Wacom Tablets, the people who did not make the one that I used, so they're not getting any shout-outs from me.
Never heard of them.
They're one of the bigger ones. I've heard they're a bit overrated and overpriced, personally, but lots of artists use them. But they got into some poopy water as well this week. Because this dragon that they used on their, because it's Year of the Dragon I guess they used these dragons in some advertisements for upcoming tablets. But if you look closely at these dragons, you'll notice nothing in particular, like how these horns become beard hair, or how there's random specks of blue all over them, or how this dragon's body cuts off.
Let me see this. The mane here just sort of goes over on its shoulder, and then this dragon needs braces really bad because this thing's a completely different angle to this one.
There is not a single dragon on this entire. There's 4 different dragons in front of us right now.
Right here, the hair looks the teeth looks like hair. So.
Yeah, ew, it's splitting off into 4 different semi-teeths.
His stomach changes colors right here.
Look at how the scale bleeds over into this other ad here.
Jesus.
How did they mess that up? There's a clear line the rest of the way here. Oh wait, that's probably part of this one's tail, whatever. They get no credit from me.
Still sucks.
See, there's... Man, all these dragons have fucked up, disgusting teeth. Wow. Look at the horns on this one.
Yeah, it looks like it's wearing a mask of its own face.
This is very, like, embarrassingly obvious, but also, like, what is their long-term plans here exactly? Like, we're gonna stop hiring artists so that this becomes, like, an untenable career path, but also you should buy our art tablets.
Yeah, that's pretty stupid.
The people who we literally depend on for business won't be able to actually do it as a job anymore, you guys. Isn't that fucking great?
This is tripping me up. So this is like the right canine here, and then where's the other one? Like, are these background teeth or like foreground teeth? I can't.
I'm going to guess that these two teeth are supposed to be the front teeth, and there's supposed to be teeth in between them right here. But
All right, but look at
like,
this.
look here. These are supposed to be canines, but this one's like, this tooth like starts over here.
Look at this though. So this one's clearly behind this one, right?
No,
So this hooked one is clearly behind.
he's lying. Don't listen to him.
Is this one behind that one or beside this one? What about this one? Is this one behind the others or is it beside them?
Look at how there's like a tooth growing like behind it here.
That's what I'm pointing at.
No, I mean like, not even this tooth right here. I mean like, in front of that tooth is another like, ew, it looks like their gums are made out of bone.
Also, this tooth just like fell off and is down here in his mouth, and right next to it is just like
Completely
whiskers.
wrong angle.
Instead of teeth back here, it just has whiskers. Pathetic.
I think they got away with it. Oh wait, sorry, they didn't. I saw artists like who had like Wacom, because Wacom has a specific like tablet pen, like getting their Wacom tablet pen tattoos removed.
What? People are getting tattoos of their pen?
Yes.
That's stupid.
No, it's not, man.
So Wacom has posted some very interesting images, and I would like to...
Alright, I don't know who this is, but this person basically goes over the controversy. And I think it might be helpful to hear another artist's perspective on, like, point out some of the issues with this that we might not have noticed.
On the computer. These
What is she-
tablets are industry standard
Oh, wait.
in games, entertainment, and the animation industry. The entire clientele, like the people who are buying these tablets, are creative people. They are artists. So imagine my surprise when I see that Wacom has posted 2 new images. They are of dragons for the new year. This is the first one.
Did you just rip her point?
Here's the second one.
I actually didn't watch this yet.
Is this tail that sort of blends into
Oh, yeah.
Ugh!
the belly and
That's the
also
full picture?
question mark of this dragon.
That looks
There are
stupid.
a lot of areas where there is
They...
white
How did they let this get by them?
on the toes and on the tail.
They didn't give a shit,
There's something
apparently.
about the way the neck sort of connects to this back area and like this
Alright, they're not really
like,
pointing out
something
anything
about
that we
that's really
didn't,
odd to
but...
me.
I mean, the
way
tail.
these
Yeah,
We couldn't see the tail.
This person actually gave a shit about covering this, so they found the full images for us.
For this image, it sort of looks like the teeth sometimes turns into hair. Like it kind of looks like this dragon.
Hey, I said that!
No, I said
You
that.
accused me of stealing their points.
I said the teeth looks like hair.
I am a professional artist. I make art every single day. I make
Prove
all
it.
of my income from making art.
Prove it.
And
I think they're
my
lying.
Professional speculation is that these images are obviously AI generated, and they look like shit. Henning made
Hey.
a really good post about this over on Twitter. They said, take away the moral issue with AI for a second. If AI takes over for artists, Wacom has literally...
Oh, I probably stole my point from this guy, because I know for a fact I've seen this tweet.
Okay, yeah. You and your
I didn't
thievery.
think... Listen, guys.
company.
I didn't think I'd get caught.
No,
No, I actually, like, just didn't realize I had already seen this point made.
You do that a lot.
There aren't gonna be
I see lots of things, man.
these drawings
Yeah,
are
and you
like-
say a lot of things that you
Be
see.
a viable career.
Alright, they pretty much said all the same points we made, so...
And outed you as a thief.
Thief of nothing.
Wacom is a huge company.
Alright, let's see what points they have here. Why?
So Wacom,
Shut up!
Wacom is a huge company.
I want
As
this
I mentioned
version of
before,
you.
They are the industry standard for a lot of companies. They absolutely have the money to actually commission some real for
No,
them.
they don't.
Anyway, Wakeham, you should be...
What makes you think
so
that?
You should delete these posts and apologize and also commission real artists in the future.
Alright.
True.
I was making the point in the previous story that I don't really care if they're using it in just marketing material, or like if AI is being used in marketing material, like just to touch up a marketing image. But that was fully AI. I don't think there was any human work done on any of those dragons.
No, I think if they're doing it for marketing and they're like a big company like Wacom,
Yeah, they should be obligated, especially a company that's built by artists.
if you were like
Literally in Wacom's case.
if you were like a local business and you wanted to use AI for your ad, then I could see that being like I could see that being a thing
Remember
because
that
you literally can't afford to hire real artists.
Remember that Six Flags ad that we saw that was made from AI?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that one was really egregious.
Yeah. Six Flags was
And Six Flags
Real
can't hire
trendsetter.
artists, man.
yeah,
They're just affiliated with Warner Brothers.
yeah.
Let's see. But yeah, I made all these points first, so this person stole them.
Oh, okay.
See, this has nothing to do with anything, guys. We're just gonna watch this clip real quick. Alright, I am not playing any more of that because I can hear the Disney execs knocking on my door right now.
Thank you. I did not want to hear any more of that.
That had nothing to do with anything, guys. Anyways, on to the next story.
We watched that entire movie last night, and I was not
That movie
pleased.
was good.
No, it wasn't.
Seeing a meme of this story did remind me that movie exists, so we ended up watching it. I expected it to be as bad as it was, so you're stupid for being disappointed by it. If
I
anything.
didn't want to watch any of them. We watched all 3 Lion King movies last night, and I did not want to watch
All
them.
2.5? I guess it is 3.5, technically.
No, it's 3.
If you add up... Wait a minute. If you add up the 1.5... Yeah, it is 3.5.
No.
Yes,
How
it
would it be
is.
3.5? How would it be 3.5?
The Lion
There's-
Guard counts as half a show.
No, we didn't watch The Lion Guard.
Yes, we did.
No, we didn't.
We watched that whole show, too.
No, we didn't.
We did watch Bluey, and that was garbage.
An episode of Bluey.
We
By
watched-
the way, if you watch Bluey as an adult for its like moral messaging,
You're probably a psycho, and you're a genetic dead end.
all hope is lost. If you haven't learned those lessons by now, you probably don't have hope of learning them ever.
I liked the Brian Griffin edit of Bluey. That one was pretty good.
Dude, if it has to do with Family Guy at all, you instantly like it for no reason.
It's funny every time. That's why. All right.
Unironically, I think Family Guy might be like an autistic obsession for you.
Listen. You're distracting from the main story that Dig a Ton of song had nothing to do with.
Okay.
All right. Here is but in all seriousness, these Hebrew tunnels, which we will call them to avoid getting another one of those Wikipedia entries underneath one of our videos.
Well, Hebrew isn't that the people? Like, isn't that a race? This would
yeah,
be
I
like,
guess that is kind of more offensive, but
this would be a synagogue tunnel, right? Because their churches are called synagogues, right?
yes, their churches are synagogues, and
Okay, well, the tunnel goes from a synagogue to underneath New York, so
underneath New York to where the Ninja Turtles live.
yeah, maybe they're picking a fight with the Ninja Turtles. I still don't know why they did any of this.
I will explain it, like, as we go, but for now, we'll just watch this video of it.
Okay.
Oops. Frickin' thing. That is entirely too loud. So, I guess, like, these are all the other, like, Jewish worshippers that are part of this church, like, freaking out over this. I literally just saw Ben Shapiro. That's crazy.
Dude, why are they going this hard over these tunnels? This
is crazy. I actually didn't watch this yet.
as if there weren't enough conspiracy theories about them.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to open any comments under these stories because you can imagine what they look like. Even the memes of this story are like insane to read the comments under.
Yeah, the memes are really funny just because this happened, but I have not even thought about touching the comments.
I believe like half of them, but the other half I'm like, guys, how are you not arrested?
Believe half of what? The comments?
The comments under these memes.
Man, you are on a roll, man. You gotta be careful. People are gonna start taking you seriously.
If anyone takes what I say seriously, they are... I won't finish that sentence.
They're following the evidence?
That was... Weird that the cops weren't like, freaking out over these guys. They probably didn't feel that threatened. I wouldn't have.
In the middle of rioting.
In the middle of a riot.
Yeah, that's kind of ironic. They do that as like some black guy gets out of his car calmly. What seems to be the problem, officer?
Oh my god! Dear God, it's coming right at me!
It.
I didn't even catch that.
Nice, man.
See, these are the tweets about it. I think we'll cover that like after the other stories, though.
I saw those tweets on Instagram, and
I was cracking up. I was cracking up reading them.
Yeah. Did you see the mattress got pulled out of those tunnels? That was more concerning than the tunnels themselves.
I pulled up a video of someone walking through those tunnels.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, cool. Where do they go?
They go like a couple hundred feet under various directions. Is this just the same video?
Yeah.
I thought this would have like other clips in it. Hold on.
Oh, it has videos posted online.
Okay, yeah, Alright, we'll read... Let me tell you what I know about this. So what I understand is that there are two different sects within this church, I believe, that believe one of their, like, old rabbis is the Messiah. And so his followers, yes, they believe he is basically their Jesus Christ.
Okay.
And so they dug a tunnel underneath this so that they would have access to, like, the church facilities or something, but be able to worship their chaos gods or whatever without, like, arousing suspicion of the rest of the church.
Wait, so they could
I think that these guys in the background are either, like, followers that are trying to stop the cops from arresting their fellow sect members, or they're, like, members of the more traditional sect that are, like, trying to beat up the rival sect.
Wait, so they dug those tunnels so they could get into the synagogue after hours, or what?
Something like that. They were basically, like, using the facilities of it. The whole thing's very weird. I think there was also something about how, like, in Hasidic churches, men and women are kept separated, and I think they were, like, their sect didn't believe in that or something.
So they dug a tunnel underneath?
Yes.
That makes no sense.
It is, yes, the whole thing's very, very fucking stupid.
Also, what does their Messiah teach them to do?
I don't know. I don't think it's any different from what the other guys believe, to be honest.
Why are they so violent about this?
Yeah, this whole thing seemed very dramatic. Like quitting Wizards of the Coast or something. Let's play this and actually read what it says. This is the video we already watched. Viral video shared to the X account from TikTok show a chaotic riot breaking out in a historic synagogue in Crown Heights, Brooklyn.
Also, like, I'm a locksmith, so I know, like, the difficulties of entering a building when you're not supposed to enter it, and digging a tunnel is way harder. They could have just made a new key for the place.
Walk around to the back door or something.
Yeah, like, just steal the key. Steal the key and then make a copy.
They spent almost 3 years digging these tunnels, dude.
Ridiculous. This
is so fucking silly beyond all belief. I can see why. When I first heard this happen, I thought it was just like, haha, New York. And then, like, the more, like, I saw people memeing about it, the more I was like, oh, this is actually, like, a way stupider story than we're really giving it credit for.
Yeah, when I saw that guy crawl out of the sewers, I thought it was some kind of joke or like a drug
Could
story.
you imagine seeing this, like, during your normal walk home at night? This would get me into some very fucking, like, weird videos that night. Like, I would have to, like, be finding an answer to what this is here.
I would have laughed about it and then left.
Bro, what are you doing? When a group of Orthodox men tried to stop police and construction crews from filling in a secretive tunnel they illegally dug there to reach a shuttered women's ritual bath. Oh, yeah, I forgot about this aspect when I was describing it. Yes.
That's gross.
I don't think there were... It said shuttered, so I don't think there's any women in there. They were probably using it as a meeting area.
Oh, okay. What do
I
they mean
actually
by
don't know
what do they mean by shuttered in this situation?
Like, it's not in use anymore, like it's boarded up or something.
Oh.
Okay, so these are all supporters of that Messiah guy. I wonder if this story will, like, mention the Messiah dude, because that came out afterwards. Videos posted online from the synagogue showed the rebellious men, mostly in their teens and early 20s, tearing down the wood paneling on Okay, so these are, like, a bunch of repressed, like, Ben Shapiro's, basically. Like, women's bathrooms, I gotta go in there! At any cost! Some of these guys were probably teenagers themselves when they started digging this tunnel.
So they can't just go over there with a crowbar and pull the boards off the building? Other footage later, Temple Eastern Parkway showed cops trying to hold back...
Pause, the fuck?
Jews.
Damn, man!
Other footage later from the temple on Eastern Parkway showed cops trying to hold back dozens of Hasidic Jewish men. Nice.
Is it wrong of me to say that I think these guys have the worst drip out of all the three major religions?
As they push their way through, or into the 20-foot wide enclosure underneath the women's section, toppling over wooden pews in their anger. Okay. What's the third?
Like Christianity, Islam, Judaism.
Oh.
I think Muslims have the best drip, to be honest. Whereas, like, a traditional... I don't even know what traditional Christian wear is.
Like the nuns and, like the Pope and
the Pope is Catholic, you heathen.
We're not counting Catholic. They're all the same to me.
Whatever, they're all a bunch of, like...
They're all, like, off
bunch
branches.
of weird cult crap, but...
They're all off branches of the same religion, so I honestly don't care.
These guys still look the lamest to me, I'm sorry.
I think that the, like, curly sideburns look a little ridiculous.
Alright, let's see if this video... damn, this is high def one. Secret workers filling in a network of tunnels secretly dug, damn it, into the side of a historic Brooklyn synagogue. These are pretty much all covering the same thing.
Yeah, it's the same video. I just want to get the... Oh, okay, here we go.
Yes, the tunnels were recently discovered at the Shabbat... Damn you! Who do they expect to read that in time? Discovered at the Shabbat Lubavitch World Headquarters. What? World Headquarters?
Wait, so Judaism has world headquarters in...
Maybe Shabbat Lubavitch is like the Messiah guy that they're...
Oh.
And this is like the sect of Judaism that listens to Shabbat Lubavitch. I am pulling this all out of my ass. And
okay, we can look into who Shabbat Lubavitch is.
I don't want
I like how they just set up a chair to look at this dirt.
Man, look at that. Look at all the needles that we pulled out of this dirt.
What?
It's New York soil. There's definitely some there's definitely some ooze from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in there.
Were built or what purpose they serve.
This is
cool.
Oh, this video's worthless then. Thank you, The Telegraph.
This feels like
this looks like some horror game shit, to be honest.
I was about to say this feels like the plot to like a Resident Evil game.
The property's manager called in builders to fix the damaged walls. They didn't... Were they, like, renting this space and they did all this? But a group of Shabbat Lubavitch students gathered at the building in an attempt to stop the work. What a bunch of virgin losers, man.
Right.
Is this really just because it was Doug? Alright, so the whole, like, fact that they're from a different sect doesn't really have anything to do with it. The different sect is just the one who was digging the tunnels, but... So were they really just digging these tunnels into women's bathrooms? Is that all this is?
What were they planning on doing down there? That's the question.
They're a bunch of repressed religious weirdos. What do you think? They were probably nutting all over the girl's body soap or something.
I'm wondering what the, like... I'm not really worried about the individuals, like, what their intention was. I'm more concerned about why, their guy
This is the
asked
most
them to do
Italian man right here.
Because their guy probably asked them to go and do that. I wonder
Shabbat
why...
Lubavitch? He might not even be alive. Most religious messiahs are fucking dead. We don't do that in America.
From the streets was also It was also spotted? Yeah, no kidding.
You could have been more stealthy about this, man.
Yeah, when you saw somebody
You
going
didn't see
by,
me.
'cause some people were dressed in
The synagogue.
Pending safety review. Yeah, no
Yeah, they
kidding.
probably, like, endangered dozens of fucking buildings digging underneath them like that.
Yeah.
Alright, I think this is another... I think this is just going through the tunnels. We might have already seen this just now. Yeah, they're pretty much all just recycling each other's feces into their mouths like a human centipede at this point.
Nice analogy.
I know, right?
Love it.
Here is the guy who... This guy, back in where was he saying this? Yeah, this guy last month was saying that he was hearing Jewish voices underneath his floors. I swear I keep hearing Yiddish under the floor in my New York apartment. I live at ground level and we have no basement.
I am not crazy.
Okay, no, this was actually his first... This was his first post about this in November. There are Jews living under my apartment. I hear them. It's like they are digging or something. For the record, I live at ground level and we do not have a basement.
For the record, I had to delete my original posts months ago because people called me schizophrenic and anti-Semitic.
I mean, I would kind of suspect that if I just saw those tweets out in the wild.
Because who would believe this otherwise? Who would believe this was a thing? This guy should have recorded the audio so we could hear...
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck he was thinking not doing that.
Yeah, just like boldly throwing this out on Twitter.
There's Jews under my house! What do you mean you don't believe me? I am not crazy. Some of you owe me an apology. I wouldn't apologize. I wouldn't fucking believe your ass either. To be fair to this guy, he should probably be more angry about the situation than he probably is, because I cannot imagine his building is safe to live in right now.
Yeah, I'd be
He's
livid.
in, like, the most danger being on the first floor.
I'd be livid. Actually, I think he... yeah, no.
I would probably be shooting into my floor if I heard a bunch of Jews under my floor. I would probably assume like, yep, there's the schizophrenia. Just a matter of time. Time to become racist. All those jokes, not jokes anymore, guys.
Becomes Kanye.
Can you imagine they dug underneath like a hotel Kanye was staying in, and that's what caused this? It's these guys' fault. See. I think that's pretty much the last thing in regards to that.
Oh, okay.
This... But it is funny to go from a story about Hasidic Jews to a story about nothing else in particular. I mainly just want to play it for this part. Late in the interview, when she starts trying to close it off, it becomes very fiery, we'll say.
Okay.
I'm talking about what's happening today.
All right.
This is not history.
Can we just... You talked about how you don't want Israel, you're saying Israel, that October the 7th happened, you're placing that in historical context. I understand that. Please don't say that again. We don't have time for it. You've made that point 5 times.
So she's trying to shoo themselves off the show.
For the love of God, let me finish a sentence, man. Maybe you're not used to women talking. I don't know. But I'd like to finish a sentence, sir.
Fuck Fuck yeah, girl boss.
Who's who?
This guy is arguing. They're covering like something regarding the Israel-Palestine conflict. You can see in the banner under them. I don't really care about that though. Who does?
Is this guy Palestinian or Israeli?
I'm pretty sure this guy is Palestinian, and she is some Australian news anchor bitch who is interviewing him.
Anyway, so
No, you are misleading the public now.
really,
by explaining
right? I've got
this
20
thing that
seconds
you
left. I'm
just
not
did.
even going to bother trying to
And,
answer. If
what
you
you-
don't think
ask me the
Israel's
question.
reaction is acceptable, what would have been an acceptable reaction to you? You've got 10 seconds left.
Wait a minute. Is she saying the reaction they had of killing like 40 billion people in response to 1,200 people dying? Is she arguing like, what else could they have done?
Wow, that would be a terrible take if that's what she's asking.
I have legit seen dozens of different clips of news anchors asking Palestinians that question. I saw this clip where the guy who she was interviewing literally opened with, "Yes, I am not having the best time right now because I just got a call that my entire literally his entire family was killed in an Israeli airstrike like an hour ago." And she goes, "Right, but do you condemn Hamas?" That was what she said immediately after he told her that.
What an asshole.
And she's treating this guy slightly better.
I think anything short of outright murder would be better treatment.
Misleading the public now
Really?
by
Right,
explaining
I've got
this
20
thing that
seconds
you
left.
just
I'm not
did.
even going to bother trying to
And,
answer. If
what
you
you-
don't think
ask me the
Israel's
question.
Holy shit, she is girl bossing so fucking hard right now, man.
You've got 10 seconds left.
To end occupation and allow peace to prevail for both people.
That's very brilliant. Yeah. Sorry to have been a woman speaking to you, but there you are. Dr.
Wow.
Mustafa, Palestinian MP, leader of the Palestinian National Initiative.
Sorry to, I know you're not, I know you fucking brown skin mongrels are not used to women talking. I think, is she,
That guy wasn't brown.
that guy, yeah, but whatever.
I think that just came from you,
That was
man.
why she didn't say that.
I'm gonna have to spank you after
You're too pale for me to say the things I want to say.
No,
Is
what
she-
you want to say.
Is she British or look at the like to dislike ratio?
Oh, jeez.
People were not on her side.
But she's a woman speaking.
I'm a woman talking.
It's almost like that's nowhere near enough. You also have to have a point.
Her point was that it doesn't matter when those guys die. It doesn't matter when your people die. Don't be mad because I'm a woman talking. I'm just girl bossing. I'm giving her a very, like... I don't even know what accent I'm giving her currently.
What's our next topic?
Our next topic... That girl was fun.
What an asshole.
Our next topic is all these YouTubers quitting. No! Let me just react to this image real quick. After 10 years, it's time to stop making videos. This is like the only guy of these that this guy and Meat Canyon are the only guys I've actually watched, and this guy's also the only one quitting. Out of those two.
Okay.
So, yeah, Tom Scott, I guess, he's not even really quitting. He's still going to be doing, like, podcasts and shit.
Wait,
He's
Tomska?
Tom Scott.
Oh. I don't know who Tom Scott is.
He's just some educational YouTuber guy. He, like, goes around and shows, like, look at this cool, like, pulley system underground that pulls these boats or some shit like that. He does lots of videos, but I guess he's stopping now because he's basically been all over the world.
Okay, I think I have seen...
You've
like,
definitely
a video.
seen, like, one or two of this guy's videos. Pretty much
Yeah.
everyone has.
Or I think I've seen clips of his videos. I don't know if I've seen a full video.
See, the other guy is Matt Pat. No!
I kind of fell off of Matt Pat, like...
Yes, because you hit puberty.
No, he just stopped covering games I cared about.
What do you mean? He was covering Hello Neighbor and Five Nights at Freddy's. What more do you need?
I was actually keeping up with the Five Nights at Freddy's up until, like, they came out with, like, their 4th game.
Alright, we're back. Sorry, another person broke into our house and we had to sodomize him.
We threw a stick of dynamite at him and he blew up Wile E. Coyote style.
You forgot to mention the fucking that happened before that.
That goes without saying.
It was very romantic. I kind of felt bad about blowing him up afterwards.
I didn't. It was symbolism for...
I could tell he was going to get clingy, so you might have made the right call there. Back to what we were talking about.
Yeah, I mean, like, Matt Pat's like a classic of YouTube. Like, when you think YouTube, Matt Pat comes to mind. But, like, I haven't watched him in a long while, and I assume that's the case for a lot of people, so I don't really blame him for quitting.
I am not even going to, like, mince words here. I think Matt Pat fucking sucks, and I never really liked his content. Like, he seems like a nice dude and all, but, like, I never liked his content, really. And it is most people didn't. There was, like, a years-long time there where people were all, like, anti-Matt Pat because he would get shit wrong in his videos constantly, or... Like, yeah, he just got shit wrong in his... I saw a clip of someone responding to one of his videos where he got basic math wrong. And, like, did a formula, like a well-known formula for, like, some power scaling garbage that he was doing he did that wrong. And people were pissed off at that for years. But now that he's leaving, people are suddenly pretending, oh, well, I actually... Matt Pat, I'm gonna really miss that guy. I basically grew up on him.
I think it's like a nostalgia thing for most people. Like, most people...
Now that he's gone, they're realizing that they're, like, all like, I'm gonna miss this guy. But you're right, it is just nostalgia.
Yeah. I mean, like, I think he was entertaining. Like, I watched...
Let's slow down.
Shut up. I watched some of his, like, Minecraft theories recently, ever since they came out, like, the new updates that have, like, that are more lore heavy. I watched some of those, and those are pretty cool, but, like...
Wow.
A lot of the games he talks about, I'm just, like, not really interested in. And then, what was that new one he did? Like, food theory or something like that?
He had, like, a bunch of different ones called, like... there was one, like, game theory, film theory, food theory, because I guess he had, like... he had a cooking show going. No one watched that one anyway, so no one cares.
Yeah, I was wondering what those other two, like, units on his logo were going to fill in with, and food was not one of the ones I thought. I thought he might go into, like, book theory or something like that, but, like, food theory is never really one that I cared about.
Let's see... one other thing I will say is that I saw a bunch of people commenting like, oh my god, I can't believe Matt Pat's almost 40. He looks the same as he did when he started at 18. And then you look at him and it's like, this guy's clearly 40, you guys. I don't know what to tell you.
What are you talking about? He's got that youthful face.
He's got that youthful face with, like, wrinkles and gray hair. Here's the other one. This is the only one I actually cared about. Meat Canyon, people for some reason are including him in these YouTubers who are quitting memes, but this guy's not quitting, he's just taking a break. And he's gonna come back with higher budget content when he does come back, so I don't know what any of this is about.
Why is he on a hiatus?
He's just been overworked, basically. That's the whole reason all these guys are quitting. YouTube is actually, like, really hard work, and yeah, it is. We can attest. We also run a successful YouTube channel. We know the perils and sacrifices that must be made in this dog-eat-dog website of ours.
I mean, we can attest that YouTube sucks.
Yeah, that's the other reason a bunch of these people are probably quitting is because YouTube is just getting worse. Like, nothing that's popular on YouTube makes sense or has any merit anymore. Like, you'll have motherfuckers who put hundreds of hours into their videos like us, who barely crack 100 views, and then you'll have motherfuckers
we do not put
pull
hundreds of hours into any of these videos.
All of them, man.
No.
You can't tell from our editing, but no, there are people who make like hundreds of like put like actual time and effort into their videos who just never get discovered purely by virtue of the fact that the algorithm doesn't recommend them. But then the algorithm will recommend like the most steamy hot garbage to you. imaginable made by, like, actually sociopathic criminals that are just, like, stealing your kids' money, basically.
Yeah, and it'll be marketed exclusively to children, but it'll just be like, watch me stab this homeless man. This is what you should do, kids.
Guys, look at this 1200 degree honey bun. It's about to go right up this homeless man's urethra. No, it'll be shit like that, or it'll be shit like that's just trying to imbue, like, degenerate fetishes into children in order to keep them coming back to the content consistently.
Yeah, it's pretty despicable.
Oh my god, there's one thing I meant to pull up for this week's episode, which, by the way, is going to end soon, because we have a bunch of stuff here, but we're probably just going to save them for next week's episode, and I wanted to pull up some of that content myself, because I found this channel that makes, like, Godzilla content of, like, Godzilla's, like, inhaling tinier Godzillas into their assholes, and, like, showing the inside of their colons.
What?
And they're, like, trying to scratch their way out of the bigger Godzilla's butthole. It looks pretty good, and we're gonna cover that next week.
What the hell?
I know, right? And it's marketed... My favorite one was an episode where they fought Spider-Man Pac-Man. And the Spider-Man Pac-Man bored all the Godzillas.
That's stupid.
But yes, guess how many... I want you to guess how many views each episode of that show has.
Billions.
Literally tens of millions.
Figures.
And it makes probably 60 grand a week.
My
But
God.
yes, that content gets recommended to people, but actually good content like Meat Canyons probably won't be.
Parents, check
Whoa, this is an AI thumbnail.
Parents, check what your kids are watching.
Oh, this is the hardest hitting one here, man.
Who's this?
I don't know.
Oh.
Alright, we are not watching all of this. There's no goddamn way. We're gonna watch, like, up to the but why, though.
Hosting my last theory episode.
Did you pause just to do that?
Yes.
You idiot.
To someone else.
I thought there was an ad right there for
Yeah,
a second.
same here. It probably was supposed to cut to an ad, but I pay for YouTube like a smart person.
No, like an
By the way,
idiot.
I'm a little bit more disorganized than usual. Normally I would
Man.
want to script out something like this pretty precisely, but with an announcement like this,
Shut
I
up,
thought it was
Coda!
better.
You're interrupting Backpack!
There's no one else in the room. There's no teleprompters. There's no nothing. It's just the way that this whole thing started. It's a conversation between us. And sorry that I keep getting emotional about this.
Did you know he was a theater
Not
kid?
to, but it's a big deal.
Yes.
Good chance these tears are fake. Just saying. Prove to me that you're actually crying right now, Matt.
You know, like, if you think about it, this channel is Steph and my first child.
Ah, there's a Spy Family
We had Ollie,
fucking parody
we had
behind him.
I knew that was some kind of anime.
This was our baby. This channel has been going for 30
This is just like a corporate dialogue tree that he is reading right now.
only half
We're a family here, guys. This has been a real adventure for me.
snap related. But
No, you guys, it's really heartbreaking that I have to retire off my millions of dollars now and never talk to you idiots again.
miss this. I value what we have here. I value this conversation.
Quick, put some saline in my eye.
This relationship that
Man,
we share.
shut up. I can't even fucking hear him.
I'm sad that I won't be able to see you every week. Which, then I guess prompts the question of, like, why? Why am I doing this now?
There we
Why
go.
am I making this announcement today? Why am I walking away from the channels? Well, to be honest, it was Tom Scott. You can blame Tom Scott. Tom just did his farewell video and
I was gonna do that anyway! Speaking of which, yeah, we're moving on to that one.
Imagine he changes his mind.
We probably could... I was being a bit unfair to him, so I will say my real thoughts here. I still don't care.
Dude, he didn't even say...
He pretty much said nothing actually
Have
interesting
you seen
there.
this?
I
Have you
know.
watched this video? He
I-
probably goes into more detail about why he's quitting. Put the video back on.
How much? It's 25 minutes long.
well, he was
All right,
able to do it.
we'll watch
I wanna
But
be
Why,
why
part
we
of
call
But
it
Why,
Tom.
though, at
Obviously,
least.
that's
Yeah.
not it. But really, my reasons for making this announcement today is probably largely the same same as Tom's Reasons, or Seth Everman's, or Captain Sparkles, or Papa Meats, or Stampy Longheads. Like, there's a lot of these videos that are coming out these days, and there's going to be a lot more happening throughout this year. Steph and I have known this video would be coming for the last 3 years. We weren't sure it was necessarily going to be today. We didn't know exactly when it would fall.
I think that's part of the other reason is he just wants to spend more time with his kid.
That's a very good reason.
Yes, that is actually a decent reason to break off from this.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to hear.
We are getting to that.
Necessarily going to be today. We didn't know exactly when it would fall, but we knew it was going to happen eventually. That's why over the last couple of years we've been staffing up so much. That's why we partnered with a larger company to help run the channels. That's why we've been spending so much time outside of this box training up the team to make the best videos that they can.
Just a quick note on that. I have seen multiple channels try this route, and it pretty much never goes well.
What,
like,
handing off?
Handing off the channels?
Yeah.
Like, I've legitimately never seen that go right.
Yeah.
No one's going back. People don't go back to those channels to see random assholes. Like, pretty much the entire selling point of these channels was Matt Pat's, like, personality and all that.
Yeah.
And that's not going to be there anymore, so why would anyone keep going to your channels?
If
Why
you're-
wouldn't they go to, like, a new channel that's trying to establish itself, that's covering similar topics?
Yeah, and if you're gonna, like, hand off your channel like that, you should do it gradually. Like, have the person that's gonna replace you start to, like, co-star with you, and then have, like, individual episodes so people get used to them and decide whether or not they want to, like, continue watching while you're still there. Instead of just,
We knew that we couldn't do this forever. We knew that, honestly, we didn't want to do this forever. For as much as I love you, and I love overthinking things, and I love theorizing, I don't love late nights. I don't love the fact that Steph and I have been work first for over a decade, where I'm sitting down at dinner with my best friend, and we're talking about business logistics, or we're talking about animatronic toads. I miss the days where I could just sit down on the couch with her and play video games, and it's not for content.
Hold on. Isn't this like a whole ass, like, company, like, setup? What real work was Matt Pat doing besides reading the scripts? Because other people wrote the scripts for him, did the research for him, did the editing for him, did the social media marketing.
I would assume he still has, like, a heavy creative hand.
I imagine he's pretty much, like... I'm not saying doing all those script readings isn't going to be hard work, or that time isn't going to stack up at the end of the week, but, like... I'm skeptical that this dude was doing nearly as much work as he's claiming here.
I mean, now he's probably not, just because, like, he's gotten...
Like,
so
yeah,
many
it's
other
late
people,
into the
but,
channel, and it's already successful.
Yeah,
Which,
but
good for him. I'm not going to knock that. He did pretty much come from nothing.
I can get behind all those points. I'd say that's, like, a good enough amount of his explanation.
Maybe we could take his audience. They'll
Yeah.
be so open to me since I've been so nice to him this whole time.
Do you guys like theories about games, theories about movies, theories about food? Well, you come watch us, because we don't do any of that
We're not
stuff.
doing any of those things.
I wish we'd do not theories, but, like, topics on games and movies.
Those are
We
boring,
don't.
though.
It's what we were supposed to
We
do
are
when
covering
started.
games right now.
Oh, okay.
I'm playing a game, and I'm not thinking about what theories are going to come out of that. I miss it. And so that's a big reason. That was a big one right there. But also just the internet's changing. My life has changed in the last 13 years.
I think
There's
that's-
pretty much nothing. Yeah, I pretty much predicted everything he was going to say already.
Yeah.
I'm just that good. My favorite part of Matt Pat's legacy... What is your favorite part of Matt Pat's legacy, man?
probably the memes. Like,
That's just a theory.
He is-
a gay theory.
he is, like, part of the pantheon of YouTube, so, like, his legacy is probably going to be, like, a lot more popular in the long run than his, like, actual videos will be.
My favorite part of Matt Pat's legacy will be when the Hello Neighbor developers were desperately trying to get him to cover their games more because everyone started realizing that they cannot make a decent game to save their life. I believe at MattPatGT is going to enjoy this eye emoji. I think at MattPatGT will enjoy dissecting this frame by frame. Yes, at MattPat, you should totally reply to our DM.
That last one feels like particularly
sad. That is some needy, like, ex-boyfriend shit. This is my favorite part of his legacy.
Please stop ignoring my calls.
Alright, now on to the Tom... Why? Why do you do this to me?
What even happened just now?
I don't know.
This isn't the standard YouTuber burnout.
This is gonna be the exact... I'm not gonna... We're running low on time here, so there's not a whole lot... What is the most replayed here? I don't remember anything happening here.
Syrupy, sentimental...
But yeah, this is the guy, Tom Scott, makes the educational YouTube. He's pretty good. I actually enjoyed his videos, although I found them a bit, sometimes he would cover shit where I was like, why does anyone care about this topic? But it was cool, because he would actually go to those locations and talk to, like, the people working on, like, these various, like, projects and shit directly, or he would, like, he strapped himself to a rocket car in one of his latest videos and actually rode at, like, fucking 10 times the speed of sound for a couple of seconds.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, he does shit like that where he actually subjects himself to these things. But he gives pretty much all the same reasons. He's burnt out, he's overworked, he wants to cover, like... But this guy's not really retired. He's just not doing these specific videos anymore, I don't think.
So he's still going to make content, just not this content?
Yeah, not like fucking flying around the world for the entire year making content.
I mean, hell of a way to live, though.
Head off into the sunset.
I want to see what he covers
You know
here.
what? Just this once, for the first time in 10 years, that's exactly what I'm gonna do.
Oh yeah, this is him, like, strapping himself to a helicopter and flying off.
He's just standing?
Yes. He said that this was on his bucket list, was to be hoisted away in a helicopter, and he's doing that. This was actually a decent farewell. Not long and boring like whoever made that last one.
We fast forward through the game theory one, and it also ends like this, with him being carried away by a helicopter.
It ends with him fighting off a horde of real zombies from I Am Legend and saving the dog. And I'm just like, boring.
We just fast forward to that point, and we're like, how the fuck did
Whoa!
he get here? Hold on. He's on the couch for, like, this whole video. How did he get here?
We open it up, and that was actually, like, a huge news story that we somehow missed, was Game Theory defeats horde of zombies in retirement video. Wow, I didn't hear about any of that. I'm still not interested. Let's see. Here's another actually interesting... We're running somewhat low on time, but we'll see what... I'll at least play, like, part of this, but yeah, Meat Canyon's... this is not even a quitting video. This is just an I'm taking a break, I don't know how long it's gonna take video. But he's still gonna be making videos on his Papa Meat channel, so you're not gonna be low on Hunter Handcock content anytime soon. But yeah, Meat Canyon videos are going away for a bit, but he said he's gonna be coming back with much higher budget shit, which I'm very looking forward to. Even his latest videos, though, have been pretty, like high tier from what all that I've been seeing.
I haven't really been keeping up with him.
I keep up with pretty much everything this guy does. He's probably my favorite YouTuber, so this is the one thing I'm actually interested in, and there's nothing to actually discuss because he's not quitting. But it gives me an excuse to look at his big, round face some more, which I'm very thankful of. Let's see what...
Hi, I'm Meat Canyon.
But yeah, not quitting, he's just taking a break, and he's gonna come back with even more fire content, so look forward to that. We gotta get this dude on the show. Third
Good
host,
luck.
maybe?
No.
It's silly. I'm not real. I'm making this video. I don't know what I'm calling this video. I was thinking about calling it, like, goodbye. Things are changing. Things are...
Yeah, one thing I will say, this fucking video was just called Goodbye. Before everyone finished the video and he made it clear he's not leaving forever.
Oh.
Then it became Goodbye for now. I see what you did.
Very eye-opening for me. I have
Don't think you're slipping by me, Hunter Handcock.
5 years now. We're coming up on 5 years. And I'm at this place where...
You know that's his name, right?
Better, honestly. honestly,
What,
I think
Hunter?
that, like,
Hunter
everything
Hancock.
that I'm making now
No.
is in
Hancock.
service to something
Hancock.
negative. And by
Okay.
that, I mean uploading things every 2
But yes, that
days
is his real
fun.
name. I like the dildos in the back.
He looks like a hunter.
He looks like a Hancock.
Money as I can, to keep this business floating up. I have this like weird fascination.
Ah,
I have to.
Whatever, successful YouTuber drama. We know what this is like, Hunter.
Gray mentioned that he was in like there's some like scandal about him. Like I think it was like he didn't like pay his employees or something like that.
That was very early on. I looked into that. It was basically just like some employee he had like a whole series of bad shit happen to her where she couldn't keep up, and Hunter had to like fire her because she just wasn't doing the work he was paying her for. He gave her a decent severance package, like $6,000 or something. So it's not like he left her high and dry. But yeah, he did have to fire her just because like she was making his business suffer and like getting videos out to him late. So I can see why he did from his perspective. Sucks for her, I guess, but like, yeah, that she did kind of go into a live stream where she was like throwing him under the bus and saying shit about him that ended up being proven not true, which is lame, but like her situation sounds like it sucks ass. So I guess I'm not too fucking perturbed by what she did. This is a dildo that he designed, by the way.
Nice.
Complete with the 2D bird graphic on top.
We have props, we have VFX, we have sets we're building. Really, right now, that
Yeah, he's coming out with like live action content and stuff
this
too.
year has been
There's not a whole lot to cover there, but I pretty much covered all the good stuff. Hunter will be back at some point, so don't get your panties in a twist, guys. This is the one that really threw me for a loop, man. Joel Haver is quitting.
Who?
I don't know.
Oh.
All right, that's the end of the episode, guys. Because I don't know who Joel Haver is, and I'm not watching this video.
See ya.
Got any final words to say?
No.
This will be us soon. We'll be quitting very soon here, guys.
Yeah.
And then you'll be seeing people making a big deal about us.
We're just so tired and overworked.
I'm overworked. I do all the editing.
Yeah, you insist on doing all the editing.
I don't... Listen, man, I just don't trust you and I find you incompetent.
Yeah, I noticed.
But yes, guys, expect our quitting video coming up real soon once we have a very open meltdown on one of these streams.
We should title our next video "Goodbye," like regardless of what we're covering.
That's not a bad idea, actually. People will be like, who are these guys that are quitting? That's weird. And then they'll see how hilarious and awesome we are.
And then they'll beg us to stay.
Alright, have a good one.
Or don't.
Yeah, we don't know you, we don't care.